G'day guys, we're back and we're in the chop shop. Kind of jumped the gun a lot here with this video. I just wasn't feeling the whole filming thing the last day or so. So as you can see, the subframe has been taken out. As I said to you guys in the last video, the diff bushes were all flogged out. So I ripped the subframe out, obviously had to take the diff out, ripped all the arms and the drive shaft off. And here is the subframe. Now, the subframe was obviously black. I did a terrible job at painting this, as you can see. Anyway, I painted it this color. It's like a primer, just so I could see if any cracks showed up. And sure enough, one did. Now, I'm not a very good welder, but I did actually weld it up. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be all good. I actually used the TIG. I know it's mild steel, but yeah, that's all I had access to. So did that, ripped the bushes out. I actually left them at the place I did it. I was going to show you how I did it, but I literally, the old ones, they got like a rubber outer on it. So I just drilled holes all the way through the rubber bit. And then the inner sleeve, I just knocked that out. Literally just comes straight out once you obviously break all the rubber. And then there's an outer sleeve where I simply got a hacksaw in there. Now to do that, you take the blade off, have like basically the frame of the hacksaw come over this side, and then you put the blade back on it through here, if that makes sense. I really wish I filmed it, sorry about that guys. But yeah, then you just hacksaw away at the outer ring until it's basically all the way through, and then you just give it a few taps with a socket that's the same size of it, and it will literally just come straight through. So you don't need to burn them out, you don't need to make a real mess of it all. And then these ones I literally just put in there. These are a solid bush. I actually got them from Salica Spares. I believe they're a GK Tech item. And yeah, it's like 60 bucks for them or something from Salica Spares down on the way to the city. So thanks to that guys, I actually couldn't get down there, so I got them to post it to me. And yeah, it was here within a day, so that was pretty handy. Although I was going to go drifting today. But yeah, no point talking about that because it's not happening now. But yeah, so what I'm going to do now, got them bushes in, the solid mounts now. So everything will be solid mounted for the diff. And then obviously these are already solid mounted, the subframe bushes. Oh, and these ones just come out while I was belting the crap out of it, but that's all good. So what I'm going to do now is put it all back together. And because I'm on my own doing it, it's not hard. You just got to be smart about it and literally put the diff in first, so you can still, move it around. Chuck it on top of the jack. I use a plank of wood on the end of the jack, and then rebuild, like put everything back on. So I put this side back on, put the other side back on. It'll be an entire unit, and then you just lift it straight up into its freaking hole. You've got those four, well, there's four like yeah, I've got to clean them up too. It's basically 4 studs coming out the chassis, and they just slip straight in there and do the bolts up, and then just double check all the arms, make sure everything's tight. Very simple thing to do. And then this beast will be ready to rock, and we'll go on to the next thing. The parts have actually arrived, but that'll be in the next video. Long story short, we're gonna make this thing look freaking beautiful again. So I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, this whole welding thing I did with the subframe, it's got me extremely keen to do more welding. I don't know, I didn't do a very good job, and I really want to do a good job of it. It's annoying me now. So I'm gonna learn how to weld properly, and hopefully I can get my hands on a welder soon enough, onto a welder soon enough, and then I can start fabricating all my own stuff. It'd be so freaking cool to be able to do everything myself. It saves so much time and money. On that note, I'm gonna put this back together now. Change of plans. I'm gonna put the subframe in with the diff first, then put that on after. I think it might be easier. We'll soon find out. Well, you guys went flat, and by you guys I mean the camera obviously. So chucked you on charge, and while I was waiting, I finished it all. It's all back in there. I just got to tighten up the tail shaft and then the drive shaft bolts, and then put the exhaust back on, and it's good to go. Yeah, it actually didn't even take that long, really. And turns out doing the subframe first, then the arms and everything, is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So put it all back together and then lift it up, guys. So that's, yeah, big mistake from me, but you guys can learn from it, which is good. So now, just so you guys can see, the new bushes are solid ones, and yeah, it's just gonna obviously hold everything a lot better in there. I must admit, it's definitely not pretty, the color I left that subframe. It's like a primer, but at least I'll be able to tell when it cracks from now on. Not that it should, but if it does, I can get onto it quickly. Because that one I found that I've re-welded was in a spot where I'd probably never see it. So I'm pretty damn glad I did find that. And then everything you need for your subframe, I think like the solid bushes and everything. I'm not sponsored by Celica Spares, but they are just really convenient. If you are in South Australia, they got all that stuff and it's on the shelf one day to ship it to you. If you're obviously outside of the city or whatnot. Guess I won't be drifting today, which kind of sucks, but I'm still waiting on Chia to help me with the TPS on this as well. So when I do fix that, I might even show you guys what we do to calibrate it, because it's always, doing stuff on the Motec's pretty interesting. And speaking of, I actually do have some upgrades for the dash. So basically, I have upgraded to Display Creator. Now, that is another feature for the Motec where you can literally do whatever you want with the screen. So I can basically put a freaking movie on there and watch that instead of my gauges. But anyway, I'm gonna do a video on basically upgrading, or basically putting whatever you want on the screen at any point in time, which is pretty freaking cool. You'll notice guys like my mate Carl Thompson in New Zealand, he's got like the Falcon, or Falcon, however you want to say it, livery, or the colors sort of come on as the revs go up and stuff. And like he's got a massive number of what gear it's in, and you can literally do whatever you want. All the stuff that PowerTune do with all their screens, that's the same thing. They've literally created everything they want. You can put like GDR logo in there, DriftSquid in there. I could have the animation of DriftSquid that I always put in these videos. I can literally put whatever I want on there. So I'm gonna do one for the Sonvia, because that's the C125 dash, and then I'll do another one for the RBM3, because that's the C127 dash, which is a little bit bigger. It's really good. However, I am struggling with the design of it all, because it's full on. Like the program I've done a little bit of work on, but I really need to spend like an entire weekend just figuring it out, because there's so much you can do. It's a little bit overwhelming. But yeah, I'll do a full video on that because I think it's really cool. That'll be on maybe the next few videos coming up. But the next one, we're actually going to be doing the bit of a look upgrade, which is a little bit exciting. So yeah, stay tuned for that one, guys. And of course, thanks heaps for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. See you guys.